TGC Requiem here. We are back with match 4, Kiki's Vengeance. Interaction turn 1. Potential if we draw into pitch and have access to Goryo's. This is an interactive hand. I think it's interactive enough that we'll keep it. Opponent has mulled to 6, 5. Just the plains, huh? What can we tell from just the plains? Black, white. Death and taxes. Yep. Here we go. So while this goes on the stack, we are going to bolt it. So, no, hold on. Right, so I think if we bolt it, it'll be exiled forever. So we say okay, he takes the bolt. We may just have to use Kolaghan's command to blow this up and have him exile. Or discard a card. Yes, so we're kind of set up somewhat perfectly for what we're hoping to do here. We can end step, pitch Grizzlebrand, then Goryo's Vengeance it back. That's the plan. Okay, so we are going to target player discards a card, destroy target artifact. He may have a path, and if he does, he does. Murderous Cut's really good here. We've already played a land, right? I'm actually okay with drawing another 7. So we definitely know we're gonna pitch all of these. Do we want to draw any more? So Snapcaster is definitely good. Now we have access to Goryo's Vengeance. And the Bolt. I think that's all we're going to go with for now. So we're definitely discarding those. Path doesn't really matter. Flying might. For the final swing here, we can pitch an Exarch. An Exarch. I think we can safely pitch both these Thought Scours. And probably Jace at this point. We're still one more shy. Alright. So we have the Murderous Cutout still in case he goes Thought-Knot Seer on us. Aether Vial's fine. If he doesn't do anything concerning, we just bolt him. So, spell one more to cast. So I'm actually just going to take the chance that I'm 95% certain I can kill this by just delving one more. So, sounds good. And he concedes there. Alright, so get the game one. So last time I played this I lost, but I was playing just the straight Kiki. I didn't have Grizzlebrand in the deck yet. I feel like Lavamancer could be really good here. Blood Moon seems really good in this matchup. It's more creature based. I feel like we do. So I think if we're going down the route of removal, I think we go this way. I think we're actually going to cut a good portion of the combo. Cut an Exarch, cut a couple Goryo's Vengeance, probably a second Exarch, a Kiki, and at least for game two here, we're going to cut all of ours. Now we could go back into the combo the next game, but I think we're definitely playing this with more of a focus on kind of grinding him. I think Keranos is probably pretty good too. This kind of plays into what we want. I mean, it's, yeah. Opponent's going to mulligan down to 6. Pro red. And that's fine. That doesn't really stop the Kiki combo if that's his intent. Thinking maybe a Matter Reshaper. Rest in peace. So this is where pulling the graveyard stuff out really pays advantage. I think we start black red here. Yep. Kind of wait and see what he does. Tide Hollow Sculler. There's some amount of assumption he's going to take the Terminate. Tide Hollow Sculler leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. So I actually don't know that this one has that old school snag on it. But I don't think it matters here. I think we just let him take the Terminate. He's down to 2 cards. He has to take the Terminate. So we could flash in a Snapcaster Mage. In fact, we will, but we're just going to take the 1 point of damage. We're going to attack it into his Tide Hollow Sculler. So actually, I think we're just going to hold this back against the Tide Hollow Sculler now. To block. So Blood Moon right now would be pretty alright. Grim Lavamancer. So unfortunately, Lavamancer not so great when you don't have any cards in the graveyard. Just trying to set up a situation where we can get some instant value the turn we drop Kalitas. So interestingly, so we could go the board wipe here. We can try and get Kalitas down now. It probably dies. It's probably worth it though. Alright, so we're getting close to being in a situation we're gonna be able to anger the gods next turn and really potentially get some value. If Kalidas can live. So presumably he's gonna flicker the Tide Hollow Sculler. Oh no, mine. Okay. But I'm gonna get it back, which is cool. So this could turn out really poorly for him. Sorry, Flicker Wisp is next end step. Yeah, so if he doesn't have a path, we're gonna make a pretty big army here. That's okay. So he's got 7 power. We have 3. Forgot about the burnt and forged tender render. So he will probably get the Kalidas. So he's gonna, yep. This is fine. We're just getting handled by a guy who's got his deck a little more organized than ours. So we're looking at, what, 9? Definitely not very familiar with this version. Played it a couple times. Keep waiting for the Eldrazi. Maybe this... I mean, he's got to be running Eldrazi in here, right? Just not enough mana. Alright, so... Snappy on Tide Hollow Sculler, presumably. Looks like we'll get a path, which puts him off whatever he was going to do. Plus we get the Terminate. So he's probably considering whether or not he wants to Flicker Wisp Tide Hollow Sculler. Or not. So I'm wondering if Rest in Peace offsets Kalidas' ability entirely. It appears so, on the assumption, or on the basis that I am not getting any zombie triggers. Okay, so actually we could Faithless Looting here now. If we try to terminate the Flicker Wisp, and he flickers it, that's really bad. He's got 7, we're going to theoretically go back up to 9. I think we just start by going to attacks. So I'm presuming we have a Flicker Wisp. So what is worse? Definitely 3, 4, 6. It's going to come back as a blocker. He's got 5. Just don't know that the Faithless Looting does anything here. I mean, I have to pay 2. Probably next turn. I assume he just doesn't attack with Thalia. So Thought-Knot Seer is not surprising, kind of what I expected. And that's just game. Alright, so Rest in Peace. Still pretty much all creature based. Really don't know that we need a whole lot else going on. I mean, Jace helps filter, but now I do wonder if... Do we try to go more combo-y? I mean, at the very least, we want to run probably all of our Kikis and Exarchs. This is a tight matchup across the board. So I think without Rest in Peace, we can still win this way. For sure. I mean, it was just probably a better played game by the opponent there. Kind of want to get back to tempo. Khalid is obviously hard. I don't think Is It Charms that great here, actually. I think we can probably cut off Faithless Looting. Yeah, I think I would rather have the Thought Scour here. See, this is tough. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go this route. Kind of want to go with the all-in combo, but um, I mean, I think this is fine. So Rakdos Charm can also be a finisher based on the damage. I think we're looking at probably a Watery Grave here into Thought Scour, depending on what our opponent does. So the Eldrazi Temple start makes me feel like running out Tasigur right now is the right play. Feeling like maybe he's a little shy on colored mana sources. We're 2 turns away from Bolt Snap Bolt on the Thought-Knot Seer. We are also, unfortunately, not really able to attack here. So if we attack, we get him to 16, he gets us to 12. We're just on the losing side of the race at the moment. Looks like an opponent missed. No, okay, he hit his land. It's possible it would have been worth holding the mana up there for Tasigur. So I'm a big fan of running Jace out here because there's a good chance. See, but actually, so I would say it's a good chance he dies. But there's also a good chance. So it just gets exiled. Now, if it gets killed, We can Goryo's Vengeance it back, but we're not in a position to flip it anyway. Yeah, I think so. I would gladly snap anger this. Guess I really can't while Thalia's on board. Ghost quartering his own Eldrazi temple to probably get a white source, presumably. Black, okay. Just goes to show you how much I know. So is this the, okay, Tide Hollow Sculler. So Rakdos Charm, though, can destroy an artifact. Starting to become an untenable board position. And I'm pretty sure... Okay. I was thinking that we had eaten one of the angers when I cast Tasigur, but that was not the case. So Tasigur now is starting to look more appealing. For his ability. So we're just going to get pinged here by the Mind Sensor again. Yeah, and that's fine. So we're in the position where we're going to be able to get a Jace flip. Almost a Tasigur activation. I suppose if we... No, so we can't do that first. So if we do... Oh no, even if we do the Tasigur activation, there's no guarantee. No, there's almost a guarantee. We will not get... So I think... What do we do here? Rakdos Charm doesn't really do us anything of value at the moment. I think we just end up go for the Throating Thalia, possibly. On his end step. And I guess I suppose we can see what Jace brings, but he could block. We're at what, 6? Might be worth just killing the Aven Mind Sensor. If our opponent doesn't really put any pressure here, I think we just let the mind sensor hit. We're okay with that. And this is fine. We can kill this while it's on the stack. And now we can Kiki Snapcaster. Really need a land though. Oh no, so we lost that. Alright, so now we can start getting to work here. So we're gonna restrict the mind sensor. We will bolt the Thalia. We're gonna wait to do the bolt though. And then we can Tasigur to start feeding some of these removal spells back to hand, and we just gotta pick up the pace. Probably getting Vengeance back, right? So now he's gonna go after Jace, I feel like. He's been sitting on 3. He probably is holding the Flicker Wisp. This is probably going to end up poorly. That's alright. So we got Snap Bolt here, which is pretty good. I think we pitch this and probably pitch that. Go sideways. And we're going to go Snap Bolt. Gotta kill that guy. I suppose we could have angered the gods there. Um, Snap, go for the throat. So running out of time. Super frustrating. Sorry I can't even talk. I'm just trying to. So I think I've actually legitimately stabilized here. But it's too late. I don't have the time. So we would go boom, boom, and that's game. Alright, so that was a tough match. Again, slower. Not the sort of grindy matchups that I'm used to playing with the deck. Kind of a bummer. That's just a bummer. So I think I did actually stabilize there. I think I was pretty set going forward. But I lost. So that's all there is to it. If you don't play fast enough, you lose. Lots of close matches this week. We'll be back for match 5.